And welcome back. Again, I apologize for any technical difficulties here. I'm just having a problem with the stream rate here. It seems it keeps cutting out and cutting in, cutting out. Very unusual. But I think it looks a little better now. So hopefully we'll be back and at it. As I said, they have reset the server. 5-minute countdown. There will be qualifying again for heat race number 2. Top finishers in the last race: Jeff Hale, Mark DeSenza, Jim Ray, Derby Don have qualified for the main event, so they will not be in heat race 2. Top 4 again from this next upcoming heat race will advance to the main event, and that leaves just 2 spots open on the last chance qualifier. 5-lap Armageddon for those last 2 spots, and then at the field of 10 set, we go for all the marbles. And while we have a couple of minutes, let's see if I can, without angering anyone, let's see if I can pull up one of our transferees. I'm going to see if we can get a quick word with Derby Don here. Derby Don, got a copy.
Roger that.
Jumped you up in the booth real quick, Derby. Congratulations on the transfer spot.
Thank you.
Give our viewers here a little glimpse of what it's like doing 240, 250 in the draft.
Whoa, it's scary, man.
Yeah, you guys look like you guys caught a break there.
Yeah, we seem to have gapped that second group pretty good. They had 7 cars coming up on us, and then it looked like they lost a couple of them.
Yeah, there's some beating and banging in the back there trying to catch you guys, and that turned out. And then Jim and Matt there were in a battle for that final transfer spot. Looked like Jim got a little help from his friends there, Derby.
Oh yeah, can't leave a teammate hanging, you know.
That was some quality teammate racing there, and you and Jim now Team FSB moving on to the main event, Derby. So what's your thoughts on the main event?
Well, I'm hoping this next qualifying race our other team member, Doug Tevick, can get himself in the show too. But when you're good to a teammate in a Q race, they can be good to you in a main. So hopefully he'll push me.
That's right. And what about Derby? I know that you are the... I think I did confirm this with the boss man that you are the only one to go from the Rookie Cup through the Sportsman Cup and to the main event. There is a guy out there, Alan Myers, in the 101. What do you think? Can he do it?
You know, anybody can do it. You know, it's a huge accomplishment just to make it through the other 2 qualifying races, to make it just to this point. You know, and it's hard to do. When I did it, I was able to qualify, I do believe, out of the LCQ. I finished top 2, and ended up having a bad main and finished 10th. I think I had a intimate experience with the end of pit road wall on that one.
Yeah, fast speeds, fast wrecks, and usually when you hit the wall here, you're done for the night, especially with the no cautions. But in race trim, you hit the wall here. In the regular races, you're pretty much done for the night anyway. So congratulations, Derby, and look forward to seeing you in the main.
Thank you, sir.
I'll drop you back down to your teammates.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I am shooting for my 3rd Pro All-Star Shootout win also.
Yes, and that would put you in some elite company. Of course, the great monster, Milt Mintner, of course, with 4 big ones. Matty Watkins, multiple winner as well. He's in the hunt too, Derby.
Yep. That's all right. Matt's pretty cool. I'll just put him in the wall.
Yeah. You heard it here first, folks. All right, Derby. Good luck in the main.
All right, Greg. Thanks for doing the broadcast, man.
My pleasure. So Derby Don, you can hear, you can see, he's pumped up, he's focused, he wants to win his third Pro All-Star Shootout, and that, as I said, will put him in some elite company here at FSB, and of course, lots of winners in the field still, and I do believe I have a sighting of the 18 car who I just saw the hauler pulling into the Coke Speedway. So the great Robert Bokum has joined the field. And you can do that here with the multiple heats. But, of course, he's going to only have 2 chances now. And we're quickly joined by the man, the transferee, the boss, Jim Ray.
How's it going, Greg?
It's going great, Jim. Congratulations. Always nice to have teammates there, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it didn't matter where Matt went. We'd have been all right with Derby out front pulling us. Got to have teammates out there on super speedway racing, and really got lucky with that big wreck as we went in that corner 3 wide. And big thanks to Jim Talbert. Gave me room to drift up because I knew we were going to do that in the 303. There's no way you can hold it at that speed shooting down the bottom like that.
Yeah, it was a little breathtaking first heat race there, and just had a quick word with Derby, so he's going to pump up his final teammate there of yours, Doug Tevick, and see if you can get 3 FSB racing teams in that Pro-Ass main event, Jim, and that'll be a huge advantage for Team FSB.
Yeah, that's what we're trying. Everybody gets to the main event, so now we got 2 shots to get Doug in there. Also, just let you know, Greg, we're having a little server issues, so we may pop over to server 2 for the next race, but you'll follow us as we go. Thanks for doing a great broadcast. Milty is probably watching in Frisco somewhere, maybe under an overpass, hanging out, looking for some new friends or something, see if they want a sim race with him. But
yeah, I noticed we were having some ups and downs on the server, and I didn't know if that was me or the server itself. Looks okay to me right at the moment, but like you said, that's why we got 2 of them.
Yeah, it's pretty. Cars are pretty glitchy in the corners with the pings being around 160 on about half a dozen cars. So like Derby and Mark in that last race, they were fluctuating side by side, so good thing we weren't side by side. But we hope for a little more excitement in this one. Kind of wanted to see that pack catch us a little bit so we could put on a show for you, but it's hard to juggle that. Take the transfer spot or put on a good show, so hopefully we got a little of both.
Yeah, I think, in my opinion, I'd rather transfer than put on the good show personally, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. I also noticed, Jim, that the 18 hauler just pulled in and rolled them out onto the track.
He pulled in, right, took the whole rig right through tech inspection. A bunch of cash flew out, and we said at this point, just get on the track. Yeah, and we'll see how he does. He gets 2 shots at it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, keep an eye on that 18.
Yeah, the rest of the field may live to rue the day that the 18 hauler was allowed into Coke Speedway. But, well, yeah, we'll see. And like you said, he's only got 2 chances, so he's got to be focused. And can't do it on your own here, Jim. You got to have some help.
Oh, for sure. He's got a lot of help out there.
Always.
And we did see the 151 hauler stuck at the gate, though. Security and customs definitely not going to let him in. As he came in real late from France and didn't have his paperwork in order. So some drivers, you just push them through. They got the cash to get it done. But the 151 been struggling lately. We're going to keep him outside. If we're going to take his car apart, and if he puts it back together and he passes inspection, we'll let him race.
Yeah, and I saw the do not let in list, and it just said guy on it, and I just thought that meant all guys, but apparently it meant the 151 a guy Petra.
Exactly.
All right, Jim.
Enough hammering, and let's go keep an eye on this server, and it looks like we probably will switch for the next race, but I'm going to go. We're just going to have a quick happy hour, and then we'll go racing.
All right, well, congrats on the transfer, and look forward to the main.
Thanks, buddy.
So, boss man, Jim Ray giving us some direction here. As I said, we were having a little technical difficulty here, and it looks like Jim may have made a decision here to switch racing channels and racing server, so we'll see. I will keep an eye on that for you, and we'll do what we need to do on that. But as I said, the 18 car Robert Bokum has made an appearance, and that's one more guy that's going to take one more spot. So the rest of the field needs to be up on the wheel here in heat race number 2. Alright, well, as we can see, the cars are coming back out on the track for the final happy hour right before heat race number 2. They're trying to join our first heat transfers. Mark DeSenza, Jeff Hale, Jim Ray, and Derby Don McCorston. Those guys raced a good race. They stayed out front. Jeff was the pole sitter. Derby Don was the outside pole. Mark DeSenza was 3rd. Jim Ray was 5th. So you can see qualifying up front here at Coke Speedway does pay its dividends, as basically 4 of the top 5 starters of the heat advanced. Of course, Jim and Matt Watkins had a great battle there at the end for that final transfer spot. Jim taking advantage of teammate Derby Don's draft and got by Matt in that final lap to take that spot. So very exciting. And we can see some of the cars tooling around. I'll go big screen for you here so you can get a better look at them. I'll leave the header and footer on there so you can appreciate these speeds these guys are doing. Of course, we're in happy hour right now, right before heat race number 2. They were watching the 88 of Joe Cutt, 16 of Dan Francisconi, both looking to get that transfer spot. Top 4 of this next heat race will advance to the main event. Then we'll have one more last chance qualifier with the top 2 moving on to the pro main. And got to get there to win that big trophy. So this will be a interesting race. We got some quality drivers in this second heat. Matt Watkins, Robert Bokum, our rookie sportsman transfer, Alan Myers, is still looking for that top 4 to get into that final main and join the great Derby Don as one of the only 2 then to make that main event from the Rookie Cup. So it's lots of stuff to race for still. Indy 500 champion Jeff Hale is really impressive tonight, and he's looking to add some more hardware. I mean, someone's got to knock that. He's gonna have to buy a new cabinet to fill all the hardware he's racking up here in the off season. And we're looking at the 5 car there, Sean Johnson, as he comes out onto the track. Sean Johnson, Boca Motorsports. So there'll be some Bochum teammates here. Doug is the only Team FSB driver in the second heat. So Doug's going to have to find some friends because Bochum is going to look to take some transfer spots here to the main. There we see another one of our Sportsman Cup transferees, the 71 of Jim Talbert. He'll be looking to make some history here, advancing and winning. And there's our third transferee, Mark Favorite. So all 3 of those guys are going to be looking to bump and bang and draft their way into this main event here and finish in the top 4 as we wind down this happy hour. There we see the The great Robert Bokum, multiple series winner from our past conclusion. Robert was short track champion. He was chicken run champion. He's Sportsman Cup, Sportsman Truck champion. Robert championed Aero 88 series, Friday night series champion. Yeah, he's a champion, and he drives like it, and he has the champion attitude as well. Really great guy, always helpful, always willing to give you tips on how to get around any given track. Of course, he's a masterful short track and intermediate track length driver. He's pretty good at these super speedways too, not taking anything away from your super speedway prowess there, Robert, but just a thrill to watch him maneuver these short tracks and how good he is and how fast he can be. And he'll be looking to add some more trophies to his case. That's what it's about here at FSB. You race hard, you race clean, and then you do everything right and you walk away with some hardware. And you can see our clock is at 0. So we know what that means. We are about to go racing heat number 2. Quick look at our qualifying order for our second heat race. The 15 of Matt Watkins puts himself on the pole right where you want to be. Great qualifying by Sportsman Cup transfer. Mark Favorite in the 44. Pops Marcus in third in the 99. 303 of Ken Ron had a little bad luck there. Got a little squirrely in that first heat. But he comes back with a solid 4th place qualifying effort. And Steve Webb, Robert Bokum, and the rest of them filling out that field. So we're going to get it going on here as guys are starting to grid up. And there we see a 15 car Matty Watkins, League of Legends Toyota. 44 Mark Favorite, Pabst Blue Ribbon Chevy Impala. 303 of Ken Ron, the GoPro. 99 of Pops Margison. 18 of Robert Bokum there. There's the 83 Steve Weber and the StarCraft Camry. T.G. Reese in the 53 Youngling Impala. 71 transferee from the Sportsman Cup. 71 of Jim Talbert. 69 of Doug Tevick, AC Delco, Team FSB. Joe Cutter in the Mountain Dew car. Better drink some Mountain Dew, get some pump up there, Joe. The 5 of Sean Johnson in the Swift Transportation Impala. T-Roy in the 17, 16 of Den Francisconi. And away we go. Matt Watkins leads them down. And he's pulled out to a lead, but that won't last for long here at Coke Speedway. Once this draft gets going, Matty will get run down here, so he's going to have to drive his mirror and see which lane is coming faster and cover that lane, which I'm sure he'll do. But there is the 69 of Doug Tevick, who just roared up to the front of the field. What a great start by Doug, which is exactly what he needed from where he qualified, and he's looking really good. So our top runners right now, 15 of Matt Watkins, 303 of Ken Ron, 44 of Mark Favorite is in third right now, and there's the 18 of Robert Bokum in fourth, battling side by side. Some good racing here as Matt continues to lead this heat race so far. We're going to see, I think, a battle starting to develop here between 4th, 5th, 3rd, and we got a car into the wall, and we got some wrecking going on. The 71's hard into the wall. The 17's into the wall. 17 just tumbling and tumbling and tumbling. Oh, my goodness. Oh, and he's still tumbling, and finally comes to rest onto his wheels. And it looked like also the 101 car of Alan Myers, and there we see the 53 of T.G. Reese hard into the wall. As this race continues, folks, no cautions. This is a war of attrition now in this heat race as Matt Watkins continues to lead the 303 of Ken Ron in second. Mark Favorite continues to hold that 3rd position. Robert Bokum in 4th in that final transfer position. But we got basically 2 more cars here, the 69 and the 5, and their teammates, the 18 and the 5 and the 303 up in this pack are all teammates. So we'll see what we can do here as the 5 has other ideas, and Doug with a great move there, covering Sean and getting that push, and now hooking up to the draft of the top 3. So Doug with a great move, had a great start, and he's driving the wheels off that car. He's being a wheel man tonight. That's a Kyle Busch moves here by Doug Tevick as they hang out Mark Favorite now on the outside. And Doug now up to 3rd, it looks like. Right behind the 303 of Ken Ron. Sean Johnson trying to follow Doug on that inside line. And he also has Robert Bokum right there. But there's 6 cars for 4 positions. That ain't going to work. So something's going to have to happen here as we hit lap 5 halfway through this heat race. Matt Watkins in 1st, 303 of Ken Ron 2nd, 69 of Doug Tevick in 3rd, and the 5 of Sean Johnson now is your 4th and final transfer spot. Right behind him, Robert Bokum, and right behind Robert, the 44 of Mark Favorite. So Robert and Mark are going to have to think of something to get around Sean there and try to take that final position. We see the 88 and the 16 desperately trying to catch back up, and as we look at an interval there, we see that it's 2 seconds, which is probably it is too far. So they're going to need something to happen here in this front pack for them to have any chance. It looks like they'll be going to the LCQ, but right now Matty Watkins has led from the pole, and Ken and Doug 3rd, 2nd and 3rd respectively, and Sean still holding on to that 4th and final spot. Robert and Mark trying to probe away and see if they can find a way through, and this may be it right here as Sean gets to the inside of Doug, and he should get some help here, I would think, from Robert, teammate, but that remains to be seen. This is an all-star shootout, all hands on deck, every man for himself. The bottom 4 there have lined up. Now Doug's hung out on the outside, and he's going to probably lose those positions. He's going to have to duck back down. And you can see Matt Watkins there going from the low to high line, and that's the right way of approaching these turns. If you stay low and try to cut that wheel at 230 plus miles an hour, you can't get that back end happy and out of shape, and then it's goodbye. And we can see Doug is not giving up this spot without a fight. What a great battle here for that 4th and final transfer spot. There we see the top 3, and there we see 4th and 5th. Robert Bokum, Doug Tevick battling out for that 4th and final spot. Robert goes high, Doug goes low. And there comes Mark Favorite back. Remember me, he says, I was up in 3rd and 4th, and now I'm going back. Right now, though, Robert Bokum holding on to that 4th transfer spot. There we see our leader, Matt Watkins, 303 in 2nd, solidly in 2nd. He's been in 2nd since the first lap. Taking a quick check, we're on lap 8. So just a couple laps to go for Doug to see if he can make a move here on these top 4 and get back in. He might have some help with Mark Favorite there. So we'll see if 2 can get by 1, but it's not going to be easy for him. Uh-oh. And Doug's ride has ended. So, 6 comes 5. Mark Favorite and the outside looking in right now. What can he do? I don't know if he can do anything as we hit lap 9. White flag lap here, folks. Bad break there for Doug. He drove the wheels off that car from the back of the field to get to that coveted 4th spot there, and just maybe pushed that car just a little beyond its limits there, and wrecked out. But here we have a battle actually now for the lead, and this could really change things here as we're on the white flag lap here. Ken Ron going up high trying to get a run. He's got teammate Sean Johnson right behind him to push. Matt trying to cover the field here. Of course, winning here isn't as important as transferring, so we'll see as they get into a wad here. There's 5 cars going for 4 spots. Ken Ron has assumed the lead now. Matt Watkins second. So that push from Sean Johnson was enough for Ken to get ahead. Oh, and there's contact between Matty Watkins, and they're still wrecking, and the whole and we are going to have a battle for the 3rd and 4th transfer spots, and it looks like it's going to be Joe Cutt and Ben Francisconi. What a finish as Matt Watkins and Ken Ron get together and take each other out, and took out Sean Johnson as well. The top 3 gone, and that led open. Mark Favorite, your Sportsman Cup transfer, takes the win with Robert Bokum second, and Joe Cutt and Ben Francisconi stealing 3rd and 4th there. Boy, they better go wash their hands after this race, because that's some dirty stuff there. But hey, guys wrecked in front. They didn't give up. They stayed with it, and they're taking those spots. 3rd and 4th. Joe Cutt and Den Francisconi. What a finish. Woo! I gotta catch my breath. What a finish by that was a thrilling finish. Mark Favorite takes the win, and I'm sure he's thrilled. Look at that speed. 235 miles an hour is your average speed of the 10 laps. So Mark flying, stayed in that lead group, didn't give up when it may have looked a little bleak. But great job by Mark Favorite, Robert Bokum, Joe Cutt, and Dan Francisconi. Those are your transfers, and we're going to have a wonderful last chance qualifier. I'm sure there might be some steam under the collars of a couple guys right now, so going to have to get their focus back and focus back on this last chance qualifier. Just a 5-lap dash for cash. What a finish. And congrats to Mark on the win. So there's our official final run in order, and so what this means is Pops, Sean Johnson, Matt Watkins, Troy Knoll, or T-Roy as we like to call him, Big Cactus Steve Weber, Ken Ron, Doug Tevick, TG, Alan Myers, and Jim Talbert will all be jumping into that last chance qualifier. And 2 go and rest go home. What a great finish. Whew, I'm out of breath. Well, let's see. I can't promise you, but I'm going to see if we can get a quick word with Mark here. Hey Mark, this is Greg over in the broadcast booth. Congratulations, bud. You got a copy there, Mark? Well, we might be having some technical difficulties here, but great win, Mark, and hope to see you taking that big trophy, man. Yeah, we were having some technical difficulties there with Mark's microphone, so I apologize for that. But Mark with a great win. I'm sure he's thrilled to even get a heat win here. That's a big win. And let's see if we can actually grab either Joe Cutt here or Dan Francisconi and get their thoughts on it. Of course, our own Dan Francisconi, many times in the booth, great insight, great guy, great painter, great artist, and a great driver on top of it, and a great guy to top it all off. So let's see quickly if I can pull Den up here from his team and not cause too much ramifications here. Mr. Francisconi, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
This is, we're up in here in the booth real quick, Dan. I don't want to take you away from your team. I'm sure they're giving you some congrats there. But, just a great, what a finish, huh?
Well, it was crazy, man. We, me and Joe Cutter got held back a little bit and lost the draft because there was 3 cars spun out and wrecked ahead of us in the corner, and we saw that and we missed it, but we lost just enough. And I just tried to stay glued to him and keep pushing him and pushing him. And we came out of that last corner, and I saw smoke, and I didn't know what was going on, but I wasn't going to lift. It looked like he slowed down, and I just drilled him and said, "Let's go." And next thing I knew, I went from 7th to 4th.
So, Dan, now that you got maybe a little rabbit's foot there on your side, you're looking to make some noise here in the main.
I'm gonna see what we can do. We're gonna mat it and see what happens.
Well, that was a thrilling finish. I'm really happy for you, Dan. I hope to talk to you again in Victory Lane in the main event. So good luck, and I'll drop you back down to your team.
All right, thanks a lot, Greg. Great job, man.
So Dan Francisconi, looking, you can see he was pumped up, and let's give another try here with Mark Favorite, and see if we can get a quick word with him here. Hey, Mark, you got a copy? And it looks like we still are having some issues with his mic. I don't know if it's me or him. So we'll try to get this, give it one more shot here. You can see you key in the mic, Mark, but can't hear any sound.